Hello, hello. Welcome to TOPix episode 3.
What's up?
We got my man Trom here today. We're gonna do so much cool stuff to talk about. Like, we literally have a giant list to go through. What's going on with you, Trom? Let's jump out. Let's see how you're doing. What's up, buddy? I don't.
Kind of crazy. It's been 5 months since we've done an episode, dude.
Too
The
long.
amount of stuff that's happened. Too long. We'll definitely change that for sure.
I agree, man. I agree. It's been a long time coming. Like I said, there's so many things to talk about that we can do this more often, and that's something that we're going to try to do for you guys. This is such a cool outlet of content for so many of our different ways to distribute it to all of you. So we hope you guys enjoy it. We've got, like I said, a really interesting conversation lined out tonight. We've got a lot of cool. Yeah, great list, dude. We've got an amazing guest we're going to show all of you guys tonight. And, you know, one of the things that this guest has done for us as an organization is breathe a lot of flames and fire into each individual by representing them in a professional way and making them, like, honestly, some of the most top tier graphics out there. And one of my favorite things that he's done for us, such a big impactful thing, is he's recently built our website. So if you haven't already, www.ixesports.org, go check it out. You'll see some of his work firsthand. And without further ado, we'd like to take a second and introduce you to Infinity. And here we go. Infinity, welcome to TOPix.
There he is.
How's one of my best friends on the planet?
No, I'm just.
I was like, here we go.
Thanks for having me,
Dude, so blessed to have you here. We got, like I said, we got so much stuff to talk about that we want to bounce off you, want to hear about you, want to get into all these things. But first, I want to just take a second, give you a few minutes to explain to the community, explain to the listeners who you are, what you do, what your role within ix is. You know, your daily occupation, anything you feel like you want to tell everybody.
Yeah. All right. So my name is Dustin. I'm not too active in the Discord. I'm usually pretty busy between everything within ix and personal occupation and everything else. I'm a programmer. I also have a side business in construction, remodeling to be exact. And other than that, I spend a lot of time, you know, making graphics for ix members, people outside of ix, but I'm also an administrator with it. And yeah, I've pretty much put a lot of focus into this with both of you guys as well, as you know.
I think it shows, man. Like, you have an incredible portfolio you've made. I mean, look at just stuff that we're all wearing, some of the apparels, look in the background of Trom's cam, the background of your cam. Look how much stuff you've put your touch on, you know, even just below our cams and here on the visual podcast for everybody here. You can see all these different shirts and jerseys and elite hoodies, and so much of this stuff has your touch in it, man. I appreciate you being part of the team and all your effort that you put forth, you know.
The amount of stuff that you've done for ix, dude, we literally thank you doesn't even cover it. Like, you've done absolutely more than anyone should have, and you, like, it's just top tier stuff every time.
It's all part of the grind, man.
Now I know one of the things, since you've got involved with ix, is your own personal rebranding and your own personal business that you started doing this. Do you want to talk a little bit on that?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, I did start Infinite Graphics. Everything, basically getting into graphics. That was working with Grav a lot, and I found a niche for it. And with talking with him and other admin members and stuff like that, it was something that they thought was a good idea, and I thought was a good idea to just kind of branch out and move out and try and do more for, you know, more people that are in the gaming community, but not only the gaming community, actual business owners, so on and so forth, you know. Definitely.
I think that those are all tools that help not only our players but our management teams, our leadership, to not only be more professional, but feel more professional in their own stance, addressing whatever it might be, their content creation or just competitive gaming or just designing, or, you know, like I said, a lot of the stuff that you and I worked with in the past has come from inspiration. So it's like, you inspire me, I inspire you. We work together in tandem on a lot of the stuff that we do. And I know there's a lot of people in the team that pick up on that energy and see the creations you've made and want to learn to create things themselves. What's a good avenue you think that people can take, that listeners can take, that average basic creators can start with? Where's a good place to start?
Designing?
Yeah, just overall creation, you know, designing logos, editing. This is the type of stuff that you're...
It's kind of rough, man. I mean, I just kind of fell into it, you know? Like, I mean, I was originally, I mean, you did my first graphic, so, you know,
and
back
boy,
when we came
has
from
the
that
tables
other
turned.
place, you know?
They've
And
definitely turned.
just looking into that, I was just kind of like, well, how do you do that? And then I'm looking around on the internet and watching everybody else and seeing people on like Fiverr and stuff like that. I'm like, well, how do they do it? And I'm just one of those people who wants to figure it out themselves. So that's what I did. But I mean, if that's an avenue that you're interested in editing or anything like that, I would definitely recommend, you know, getting a program like KineMaster or something like that. It's what I think it's like $20 a year. So I mean, it's not really a big commitment. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your PC through an emulator, and just mess with it. There's tutorials all over the internet for it, and just go from there. See if it's something that you want to do. I mean, I've been asked a bunch of times, how do you do this? How do you do that? What do you use? And at the end of the day, I could teach somebody that, but it doesn't really benefit them. The only way you really learn is by doing it yourself.
I agree. That's one of the things like I picked up on while you were speaking a second ago, that you had said it's something that you wanted to figure out how to do. I think that's such an incremental part in success for whatever it is that you're trying to do. Even just speaking to the listeners, to people in esports, to people in design, wherever background, whatever background you're coming from. If you don't have the drive to do it yourself, or you're expecting someone else to do it for you, you're going to keep running into this roadblock that a lot of people see in esports. And I think being able to dig your feet in and sit down and say, I'm going to figure out how to make this. I'm going to figure out how to edit a video. I'm going to figure out how to play this game better because I'm passionate about it. I'm going to figure out how to stream, whatever the case may be. I know there's so many people from so many different backgrounds. That's a thing that I like about you, is I can tell that you're passionate from where you come from, and that's being passionate and then having the individual drive to figure something out or to do it on your own. You not only learn more that way, in my opinion, you not only learn more in that doing things that way, but you learn faster, I feel like, too, rather than someone telling you or walking you through step by step. Once you get the hang of it the first time, the second time is real easy, and you just do something new, do something different every time, and it expands and evolves over time, you know?
Going off that,
you always learn from your mistakes. You know, if something took you 5 hours to do, next time it's not going to take you 5 hours. You'll be like, oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember.
The getting started is really important.
Getting started is always rough. I remember even looking for editors and stuff like that. Like, I remember goosing you for stuff like, hey man, what do you use? Just tell me. And you were super secretive about it, so I was like, okay, I get it. I'll just figure it out. And you go from there. But I mean, you got to have the drive to do it, and it's not. If you don't know anything going into it, those with, you know, designing backgrounds or something like that will probably have an easier time. They've used programs like this and software like this. But if you don't, I mean, I would say anywhere between other administrative duties within ix and just doing graphics, I would say it is definitely a full-time job.
100%.
I would say I put probably 40 to 50, maybe 60 hours a week in ix.
And that's on. And it definitely shows, because like when we first started ix, you were giving out graphics to everyone, and you still are, but like your graphics have like immensely like evolved. you've progressed like crazily. No, they weren't terrible. They were definitely compared to what you're doing now. I can understand why you're saying that. The stuff you're creating now is absolutely top tier. But like, I wouldn't say they were terrible. No way, dude. My logo is from that time. I love my logo.
It's terrible.
I think the logos you made back then in the beginning of all this, when you really started getting into it, and you could see you take off from like a base knowledge point to an intermediate to an advanced to what I would consider an expert. People come at you with some of the weirdest stuff to create, and I just laugh in my mind when you tell me or when I see it, because it's so abstract that I'm like, how's he gonna do this? And then you fucking do it every time. And that's one of the things that blows me away, because I'm like, I know my skill level on that, and the stuff you were making back then is better than I'm making now. You know what I mean? So this is definitely an avenue which your talent shines, and it's a good area that we can utilize it with so many people that have all these different dreams and visions. And for you to put yourself in a pivotal point where you make a lot of these dreams and visions real life or come true to these people, it's only further inspiring their dream or their movement with ix, you know. So that's a huge fucking deal, man. It really is.
The most interesting part to me is like, you'll be asked all these crazy things, right? And like your response is almost the same to everyone. Give me a few days, and somehow, I don't know how you do it, you always come up with something that is just absolutely, like, it's just crazy.
And it's usually 4 hours later. He'll tell me
literally,
he'll tell me on a Thursday, I'll have this and this piece ready for you Monday. I log back on my computer to stream. 4 hours later, it's sitting in my inbox. I'm like, all right, man, this is.
We'll be in a meeting. We're talking about some graphic stuff, and he's literally head down, and he's getting it done as we're speaking about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a really big problem with that, or anything. Basically anything. Like if I have a task or something that I have to do, like I don't know. I become obsessive on it.
I'm the same way. I don't like to have it lingering over me, you know, like that I have something to do. It starts to give me like anxiety, and I just want to get it done, you know?
No, and I mean, when it all first started out and Infinite Graphics launched, I mean, that was kind of, I mean, when it first started, I started doing graphics. It was for everybody under the sun, but then it turned into, you know, making a graphic for somebody, and then the next week they'd be like, "Oh, I changed my mind," or "Hey, can you just do this?" or "Hey, do that," and it just became, there would be no way for me to keep up with the influx of members that we have coming.
I agree. I mean, we go through waves of growth where you see, you know, as we continue to make moves, as we continue to grow, there's a new influx of members, or a new influx of a certain type of community, or a certain age range, or player base, or a game that they're coming from. It really just depends on what we're all creating. And one of the newest additions that we have to our leadership team is Haley, and I'd like to take a second to talk about Haley. We brought her in as part of the leadership team here to kind of, you know, fill the gap. We had some room that we needed additional help with, and she was right place, right time, right skill set, right attitude. And so
attitude for sure.
Yeah, I mean, she's super easy to get along with. She's here for the community to reach out to at any given time. She's taken the initiative to start our community TikTok for ixEsports. If you're not following on TikTok, I suggest you do it. She's going to post some awesome stuff up there. If you have clips, you're a listener within our team, feel free to send her clips, send her edits and things like that, and she's going to be publishing and posting them up on TikTok. What's your opinion? What do you guys think of Haley? What do you feel with Haley?
I feel like she's very down to earth. She's with our overall picture, like what we want ix to be. I think she was a great bring-in, personally.
I do too.
What do you think?
100% agree with it. She's a grinder, man.
Yeah, she's consistent on social media. She's always posting, always here to rep for the team. I talked to her several times throughout the day usually, and she's always hitting me with like, hey, I've been talking to this person, I'm looking at these people. One of her skill sets and things that she's doing for our team is talent acquisition. So she's reaching out to other streamers, other players, other teams, and seeing what kind of talent is out there for the taking, essentially. Who wants to be, you know, a part of our movement, a part of our growth, who has that passion in them, that drive to do it themselves, that drive to build something that can stand on its own. And those people are definitely gonna have a very high value with our future and moving forward in IX. You know, Haley is right now, she's working with our brand new team, ixFN, which is our Fortnite iteration. She's working with Caliber.
Fortnite, baby.
Yeah, man, she's working with Caliber and Kix. Those are our two guys right now that are running and in charge of our Fortnite team. Kix is going to be focusing a lot on the creative aspect, finding other creative players, finding competitive players. Caliber is building out the competitive roster that's going to be competing under the IX branding. So if you see them around the chats, make sure you say hello, say hi to them. A lot of cool things coming with ixFN. You can see under Trom's camera, there's the new ixFN logo. You can also see the IX Movement logo under my cam, and these are all, of course, designed by Mr. Infinity here sitting center cam.
That's me.
You know, Fortnite has been the biggest game for as long as I can remember. It's such a huge game, and you know what? For IX to finally get into this market, we needed to get here. We had to get here at some point.
Definitely, and it's a proof of concept too. We have to prove that we can do certain things and manage it, and really just fine tune it down to certain things before it can be considered, a higher tier organization or a pro level organization or a pro level team. And those things are all trial and error. We're gonna have some slips. We're gonna have some falls. We're gonna get back up. We're gonna keep moving through them. The way that we assemble the team should be all leaders and people who can rock with those slips and those falls and still get back up and learn not to step in that same hole or whatever the case may be. So we have a lot of experience, people, and Caliber's played in the FNCS. He's sponsored. He's plays for a college esports team as well. So he's got a lot of cool background and a lot of cool things that he can add to the team, and hopefully do a great job representing them and guiding the whole ixFN avenue of ixEsports in the correct linear direction.
Yeah, I got some big hopes for him, man. I mean, he came in, he told us what he's about. You know, we looked him up. He had everything there that he was saying. So I got some big hopes for this ixFN team. I think we're going to do some big stuff in that realm.
I do too, and I think, speaking on ixFN, it's a new branch. It's going to take some time to get off the ground. So if there's people that are interested in getting involved with it, now's the time. Now's the time. If you want to be a Fortnite creator, now's the time. If you want to be a streamer for Fortnite, if you want to be a competitive player for Fortnite, now is the time to get involved. And those chats in the Discord should be blowing up and being active, which they have been. But even more so, if this is your time, make sure you're being front and center to get noticed. Make sure you're, posting with the correct branding and doing what you can to make sure that the captains, the managers, the leaders are seeing your production quality and what you're actually creating. That's all going to be stuff that furthers you into the team. And this is something that's also being worked on within Movement, which is our Call of Duty team. And they're, Trom, you coach Movement to a certain level.
Yeah. I mean, so Movement, we're doing some good things there. We got some roster changes. Unfortunately, we had, since our last episode, we told everyone who was on the team, and we posted some videos on who was on the team. We had one person had to step down, which understandably we're still on good terms with him, and he's still part of our community. We wish him all the best. Like,
it's just a timing issue.
It was a timing issue. So we brought Gravity in, and it's been a good grab in my opinion. He's got it was a good move. Yes, good grab. What am I saying? So Gravity has the same type of play style as the person that stepped down, so it was an easy fill for him. Plus, he also, I mean, you can hear from him talking in TOPix, and I'm sure a lot of you watch his streams. He has the leadership aspect that we need in a 4v4 Call of Duty.
And coming from a leadership aspect, it's definitely different for me playing with Movement, because I'm there to just fill a role. I'm not the leader of the team. You know what I mean? Vex does a good job commanding the team. Even Fade pops up once in a while and then takes that in-game leader role that is necessary. It's part of our improvements recently. We had like a tremendous time overcoming respawns. We're struggling for 2-3 weeks straight with respawns. Just difficulty understanding, difficulty rotating, timing, positioning, guns, who's using what, where they're using it. Like, there's a lot of fine-tuned details to figure out, especially with a game that's so rapidly changing. It's they're GAing something new every week. They're eliminating something you can or can't use. They're changing maps. Like, there's so much going on that for me to focus a lot of my energy into ix, it's kind of hard for me to then captain or be a serious pillar of this team. Instead, I'm a role here to do my best. I'm here to take direction. I'm not the best competitive player. There's definitely guys on the team that are better than me, and that have different skill sets, but blended together, we're a damn good team, and we've started dialing things in. Respawns are becoming less of a challenge. We're winning. I mean, I'd say 75% of the games we play right now, and we're learning on the games that we don't win. You know, if we lose, we kind of take it on the chin and learn what we screwed up on and try to apply it to the next match. Call outs are getting better. Like I said, positioning on the maps, and everyone just really settling into their role, knowing that the other person has this lane covered, or has their back, or is going to trade with them, or double push at the right times. Like, it's so crucial, and everybody plays different on different maps as well. So it's just literally reps, man. Just putting reps in, doing it over and over again, learning each other better, learning not only the way each other plays, but the way each other thinks. You have to be a step ahead, you know?
See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. We went back to 4v4 Call of Duty. Like, so last year we had 5v5s, and that fifth person screwed with spawns completely. Now going back to a 4v4, every role is very important. Every person, depending on where you are on the map, even if you push up 5 feet, can throw off spawns and destroy everything. So with ix movement, like, we're starting to click, and it took a little while, but the clicking is happening. And like, I took a little bit off for a while. Now I've been back in the streams, and like, we're really pushing to the next level, and I think this team can do great things.
I agree. I think especially being in there and just being a part of the evolution of how things have happened on the team is awesome, you know, and seeing everybody come together for a common goal and just really doing their job. You know, at the end of the day, these people all want to be professionals. They all want to be the best of what they do. Why else do what we're doing unless you wanted to be the best? You know what I mean?
Infinity, I see you and Grav stream all the time when we're going over GBs and stuff. What are your thoughts on the team?
I think this team has massive potential. I mean, Grav is talented. I think Vex is a great captain. I think that was a good pick. Acrylics is extremely talented, dominant, and aggressive. Yeah. I mean, he's
insane.
Solid player.
Yeah, he needs help. You know, he needs to talk to somebody. He needs to get himself right with God. I don't know what he needs to do, but he needs to do it.
Nasty.
Fade also. I mean, that guy is. I don't know if it's the croutons. I don't know what it is with him, but you know,
it's the man bun. That's what it is. It's the man bun.
Going, and like I've seen him just snap, and it's ridiculous. Also, acidity too. I mean, from last season to now.
Yes.
Who is this guy?
Yes.
Who is this guy?
Agreed. And that's why he's in the. That's why he's in the position he's in.
Guys jumped in with 2 feet into his role, and he's. I always say this, like, in private with the team, that I think he has the most fucked up role, because if I'm not there, he's playing a flex AR role, he's sniping. If Fade's not there, he's running around with a sub. Same thing with Vex. If Vex isn't around, he's running around with a sub, trying to fill that objective role, watching lanes, like doing things that he doesn't normally do on his own playstyle. And so to then fill that gap for not one person but 4 different people in different people's playstyles, it's like it's doing everything the main 4 are doing, but times 4 again. You know what I mean? Like, it's. I think he has.
It's definitely a tough position.
The only thing it's going to do is just boost his skills. That's all it's going to do.
Yeah, and he's immensely. His clutch level is insane, because like I used to joke about it, like it'd be like 10% clutch. Now I'd lean it the other way, like 90% clutch. My faith is in Jug in a scenario that's iffy. You know, like there's
That's because he's one of ours.
you know what I mean?
See, like for me, the biggest thing that I see in him is the willing to learn. Like he isn't the type of player to be like, okay, I'm gonna play this and this is all I'm gonna do. Like he takes criticism very well. He tries to break down and he fixes things. And I honestly think, he's getting better this game, and watch out, he might be a starter for next game.
If not overtake somebody's position this
That's
game.
what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the thing is Jugs,
watch out movement.
Jugs definitely advancing, and that's something that it only comes from getting reps in. So it's like every night that one person can't be there, Jugs in the chat, I'll be there, I'm there.
Yeah, he's at an accelerated rate. Like he's just stupid. Like I don't know what to say about him.
He's a hell of a sub
team,
to have.
Though, this team, like when they want to click, when they want to start doing everything that they know how to do, they're a top tier team. And I think once we grind some things out, we fix the little things here and there, I just think we'll be able to keep it turned on consistently for every game.
I agree, and I think that over time too, you're gonna see like maybe the evolve form of movement eventually come, because there is so many people that are not only Jug but like even Pony stepping back, kind of coming back somewhat into the competitive scene, playing with us during practices, scrimming with us, and he's making himself present. So which is great. He's even at times stepped into the coaching role when Trom's unavailable.
I will even say for this Pony, like I'm like that kid's super fan. Like he's young.
100%, dude. I
he
think
is
he's
young, but that kid has got some talent. And I mean, if you look back from last season to now, he's grown so much in just a maturity level,
personal level.
Yes.
I mean, he's got a little bit more to go, but
well,
I mean,
we all know
he's also a
that.
kid. He's also a kid, but I think like if he can manage his emotions, if you want to call it that, he doesn't let his temper get the best of him, and he just stays calm and collected. Like that kid is gonna be a psychopath. He's gonna be a menace.
Like we all know, the people in movement that are watching chats and everything, whoever's in ix know that I argue with Pony a lot, but truthfully, I think that he is a top tier Call of Duty player, and he's so young. And like I might argue with the kid. I think he's great, but like I truly think that he has potential. I think he has potential that he doesn't even understand personally.
That's why you say you argue with him. Pretty much, that's the only conversations him and I have, are either some sort of trash talk or arguments. And it really is because I think deep down Pony knows that we watch out for his best interest and that we want him to do more than I think he even knows he wants to do yet. Like you said, like as far as his own potential, he doesn't understand it quite yet. That's why I personally push the kid to try to stream more. I personally try to push him to play more, to create more, so that people can see the type of skills that he does have. And I do agree with the emotion management aspect that Infinity brought up. It is a crucial part of being able to play and not getting frustrated or losing your temper on your teammates and things like that, which is not his case. Like not always everybody gets angry and everybody says stuff. Yeah, but I'm saying just in general, emotion management is like
I think that just comes with age and maturity.
I mean, think about it.
I mean, you not remember being like some rambunctious kid?
Always
he's like 15 or 16, right?
He's
Pony?
We'll say 16.
Let's say 16. Like just the thought of it, like when he hits that 18 mark, he can compete in like the amateur league of Call of Duty. Like just imagine where he's going to be as long as he keeps going with the progression that he's going in right now. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, he will dominate it, and I have nothing but faith in that kid.
I agree, man. I agree, and I think
Pony, you need to have faith in yourself.
Pony's the man, dude. Shout out Pony in the chats if you guys are in the live stream.
Shout out Pony, ix Pony.
Speaking of the live stream, I wanted to take a second and open up the chats and give everybody a few minutes here. If you've got questions for Infinity, if you've got questions regarding the goings-ons within ix, if you've got questions for Trom, stream related questions, whatever you may have, now's the time. We want you guys to start dumping them in the chats. We'd like to see quite a few in there, and we'll kind of pick through the best ones that we can and get them fired off to Dustin, and see if we can't just make some magic happen there. And while they while they continue to do that, I also want to stay on the COD topic. You know, a lot of new things with COD. Season 2 coming on its way for Cold War. Lots of new speculations about sniper rifles and different guns being added in. A new SMG, a new special weapon, new maps, obviously. More importantly, for what we're doing lately, League play has been added. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus.
Giving it something for everyone to grind again.
Yeah, I was getting so tired of pubs, and then the alternate to pubs is playing GBs, you know, or MLG matches. And it's just like, that gets tiring after a while. It gets boring after a while. You either go in there and completely destroy, or you get this, you know, top 3 team in the world and just get absolutely torched, which again is a learning experience.
In that global ladder.
Oh, global ladder, we're sitting 6th on the global ladder right now, so that's cool. You
movement,
know what I mean?
baby.
That's pretty cool, you know, and that's again that's even kind of the test team too, so that will evolve more into the North American ladder soon enough.
Call of Duty League just started up again. Like, what? I've been waiting for this. This has brought my like love for Call of Duty back. I was watching yesterday, I was watching today, watching my team Optic Gaming, you know, Scumpy. They're playing again, they're playing great. Like, geez, it's just these teams this year is absolutely, it's insane. So many people were dropped, so many roster changes. Like, it just, man, the teams this year, like even teams that you think that were like nobody, like Minnesota Rocker, they're like top tier team right now. I would put them top 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that might come out this year and do. I'm like, you know me, I like the LA Thieves and just the story and like the lineup behind it. The team, I don't know if I have so much faith in the roster, but after today, you know, they looked really impressive today.
They played well yesterday.
Which these are the first matches of the season that actually mean something. So they played a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Each team looked way different today. Every team in one way or another felt more serious, and everybody was a little bit more pressing, hunting those weak kills, pushing those fights. It was impressive. A lot of the stuff that I personally watched.
You know, for me, like other than watching the great gameplay and everything, for me the best thing that I saw is the top teams are bringing in amateurs to play on the teams. Like Parasite got brought up to play with Paris.
I just want to say one thing on the topic of Parasite.
What's up?
Team Movement squared up with him the other day in a league play match, and we rocked him. All right.
Like Neptune came up, Fire came up, like, and
Neptune.
I believe I was wrong.
Incredible.
I believe Parasite is on Ravens, not Paris.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Yeah, you know, you're
like,
good. We knew.
Like all these amateur teams are like amateur players are finally getting their shot in the pro league. Like that's amazing, dude. Like that's big things. So you know what? Join Movement, join ix, get on our competitive COD team. Let's rock this amateur league. Let's get multiple teams in this amateur league, and let's get you guys pro.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think that we just keep this grind, keep pushing. Everybody keep putting your effort out there, keeping your heads level, making smart decisions, smart choices. We're going to continue to keep marketing the team and promoting it as best as we can. We have some content ideas lined up for Movement soon enough. That's going to be one of the next avenues that we kind of roll into. You know, staying on the COD thing, there's a lot of changing metas. New map Express is here with the most recent update, which you might remember from BO2. Express is a classic. You got that train in the middle that just wrecks you every time if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting map. I don't know if it really fits in with this game, but it's definitely interesting.
I agree. Yeah, it does have a different feel than any other map. For sure it does. Let's see. I'm looking at my list here. We've got, you know, a new zombies map, which I don't play a lot of zombies, but I know we got a lot of people in the team that do. And from what I hear, it was relatively on the easy side. From what I heard, this newest iteration was kind of too small, too quick, too easy. So I've heard a lot of rumors that in Season 2, you'll be getting a lot of new zombies content as well. So if you're a zombie lover, you have that to look forward to. Weapon metas.
They haven't really changed.
Still that damn 74U, man.
74U.
M4.
Actually,
Krig.
you know, the M4 has stepped up. You know, the M4 has definitely stepped up a lot. You have your Krig and Search and Destroy. I mean, they got rid of snipers and smoke. So, like, you had to have something. You had to have a gun take that role, and that was the Krig.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been a long-range weapon since the beginning of the game. And, like, the XM4, I think, is probably the top-tier gun of the
I
game,
love me the
other
XM4.
than 7.4U. Yeah, it's a great gun, dude.
I love
it's
it.
an all-around. You got your range with it, your medium range.
Damage.
You got that, and you got your close range too. Like, people are winning They're winning 1v1s with subs and like close range with it. Yeah, like what?
It happens. It's because it has that damage.
If you're playing Call of Duty and you're playing any bit of competitive, I'm not talking about League, but like if you're playing competitive matches, stick to the 7.4U if you're going to use a sub. Don't play with any of those other garbage guns. They don't work.
Didi was playing League with us today with a bullfrog.
I know.
Was shredding.
You swear by the bullfrog, but it's just not.
I don't
there.
Play with it in League play. I've been tuning my skills more with the 74U myself, just because, you know, a lot of people are using it, and I've had a hard time adjusting to it, but now I'm actually pretty nasty with it.
I mean, I was watching you play earlier, and everyone's using an AK. You can't use an AK in comp either, so it is what it is. People and overkill. Like, what are you guys doing with overkill on League play? That needs to get out. Call of Duty, get that out now.
Definitely.
And cars.
I think they need to take off Lawbreaker. I mean, the ability to switch from a M4 or a 74U to a sniper is really unfair to me. Like, I dumpster so many people like that. I watch our teammates just dumpster people. We get dumpster. Like it's bad news. Like, it needs to go away. It doesn't add any versatility to the game. If anything, it robs the game of its of a more genuine feel, where a person has a signified position or type of gameplay that they would play. Now you have subs rocking a sniper, you know, and everyone's trying to hit jump shots early in the game, and it's just
4 snipers on the map.
Yeah, it's just weird.
For me, I think that it would be a tough ask for Call of Duty to do this, but I feel like if you're gonna call something League play, it's got to follow what the Call of Duty League that we're watching on TV is doing.
That'd be nice.
So the GAs have to be there. Otherwise, it's just another game mode that doesn't really count. You know?
Yeah, it's just it's a completely different environment than what like our pro leagues are playing, you know. So it's
right.
Even if you go play an MLG, there's a lot of stuff in league play you cannot do in an MLG match, you know. So
right,
it's like a fake. It's one step past the pub cooler. You know what I mean?
I feel like it should be a way that these pro teams and these amateur teams can find people, and it's just not at this moment.
I agree, man. And I know, Dustin, you play a lot of Warzone, and then there's a lot of
trash game,
the DMR zone things, the cheaters, the stim glitches. A lot of that's been fixed, a lot of that's been patched, a lot of it's been adjusted. What's your take on the current Warzone goings-ons, the feel of the maps, the player type? How many dubs you been putting up?
Dubs. I mean, I'm not really there for that. No, I mean it's been better between Cold War and Warzone. I think Activision on the third got rid of 60,000 people.
Oh, let's talk about it.
A whopping 2.2%.
Yeah, and I mean before that, I think a couple months ago it was like 20,000, and then later on in the week on the third they dumped another 20,000.
Have you noticed a difference in your game? I know, because for me when I play Warzone, it's like every match I was running into somebody, you know, aimbotting or wall hacking me, you know, or just tracking.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's still pay to play, but
here's my thought on this. Warzone needs anti-cheat. By banning accounts makes no sense, because you can just grab a new email and play again. And they're making all this social posts about, yeah, we banned 60,000 people. Yeah, and then the next day the same 60,000 people are playing under a different name. It just makes no sense. It's a waste of time and money, in my opinion.
I agree. I think that there's the anti-cheat needs to be throughout Call of Duty, not even just Warzone.
Bro, gaming.
You see them in pub matches. Somebody just posted a video in one of the COD chats of a pro running into a bunch of hackers in a league lobby. So it's like, man, how frustrating, especially if you're one of those people that grinding for a rank or grinding for a position or grinding for a certain ladder to be in. Like that's frustrating trying to run into somebody like that. So an anti-cheat is
frauds.
You know, it should
I just
be a
don't understand
no-brainer.
why people think that's a like. What fun is it to play a game and be cheating? Like, oh yeah, you're good. Well, no, you're not. Like, you're trash, bro.
I agree, man. I think it's
Like go grab a can of chowder and go somewhere else and leave the
get
game
some
alone.
chowder. Let me get some chowders in the chat. Chowders in the chat, please.
Oh man.
So we do have a couple of questions that came up in chat. Speaking of chat, you want to take a few minutes and we can fire a few at Infinity here and see how he rebounds.
Yeah.
Let's see. The first one is actually I'm gonna go with the first two that I see. The first one is a simple request from one of our streamers in the stream team, the real Lana Del Slay. Shout out her. She says to Trom, "Can you please say Florida?"
Do it.
Florida.
Put some Boston
down
in it.
in Florida. Let's go down there. Let's go, baby.
You could do better. Come on.
Florida.
No, get Boston. Get Boston.
Yeah.
Get Boston.
Florida. Shit.
Florida, kid. Florida.
Let's go down to Florida. I love it. Let's go.
All right.
My wife would be happy too. Shit.
The next one is another one of the founders of ixINFINITY. You know her, Dustin.
Hey, Div. Shout out Div.
She says, for people who want to get graphics from you, do you offer any packages and how do you work your pricing?
100% do work packages. Pricing, it's kind of case by case basis. You know, that guy that wants like some simple crown with, you know, their name on it, that's one thing, as opposed to a person that wants like a guy in a trench coat holding a chick, shooting a Tommy gun with money falling down. Like, I've had all this shit happen. And
I know you have.
I was trying to keep this so you didn't have to edit it. It looks like you're going to have to do it.
No, man, that's something that I even said in the beginning. I've seen and witnessed some of these requests from people that you've got and that you actually have done them. And they work and they look good. And it's kind of mind-blowing how you get it done, man. And so I know one of the things that you and I've talked about is that you do offer incentives for people within ix as far as logo 100%. Creation, intro creation for your video content. You also do stream build outs, layouts, and things like that for people that need them or that are interested. And for if you're affiliated with ix and you're grinding with ix, you get all of that at a discounted cost through our relationship with Infinity here. So if you have something that you want to have created, you have an idea or a vision in your mind, you don't know how to quite get it there, get in touch with them either through Instagram or in the Discord. You can hit them at ixINFINITY or in Infinite Graphics and start making plans. Start getting your foot into the door of making your videos. If you have a really cool intro or a logo that inspires you, who knows what would come next, you know? So if you do have something you want to have created, that's your guy. He's going to give you a great price and he's going to do you solid, you know?
And if you don't follow, if you're not in the Discord yet, or I believe you can ! Discord in the chat right now if you're in the chat right now. But if you don't follow the Discord, you're not in there. If you follow any of our socials, just DM us, message us, and we'll get you to him. And
you can find all these same avenues. You can go to the website again, www.ixesports.org, and from there you can find access to our stream team, to our movement squad, our soon-to-be ixFN league. Literally anything you want to go to. If you want to go to the apparel, you can get there. You can do whatever you want to do. I see another pretty awesome question here. Again, coming from Lana Del Slay. She says, Infinity, if you had to pick, what is your favorite logo you've created and which one are you most proud of? That's a good question.
I've seen that's good
answer to that.
You have to.
He has created a lot. No.
They're all great. They're all designed.
Off the top of the head, pick one. Right
I don't know, man. Like,
come on, 3, 2, 1. Which one?
I don't know.
Come on.
Listen.
Pressure me into this shit.
Listen. Let's dissect it just for a second. Let's just do this, okay? Listen. 99% of the stuff that you create comes from ideas that are seeded by others. They give you an idea, a plan, a basis, and you run with it and create something, right? So in a non-hurtful essence, it's not going to hurt anybody's feelings because you don't have to necessarily agree with someone's ideas or what they originally wanted or what their initial vision was. Let's just open the playing field more and say, out of like your logos and your creations, what do you personally as Dustin like? Which ones catch your eye? Not which ones did you have more fun creating, or whose do you think was better than whose, but what stuff grabs your attention? What kind of designs tend to lead you in the direction of your favorites?
Well, I mean, with any logo I make, usually when I'm done, I'm like, this shit's fucking awesome, and then somebody else, hits me up and wants something, and then I go to the next one. I was like, that shit's fucking awesome too. That's better. And then it continuously progresses. So it's hard. I mean, the one that sticks out that I personally liked on the concept was probably Freezing's.
Freezing has a really cool logo, dude.
Yeah.
He has a really
I
cool
thought
logo.
that one.
The ninja that's like defrost.
Sub-Zero.
Is this Sub-Zero?
Yeah.
I say ninja because DMCA copyright.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't want Mortal Kombat knocking on the door like, yo, remember what you said?
It's okay. I know a guy who develops for them. I'm not worried about them.
Easy, right?
I know a guy.
We got any other
Grab,
questions?
wait, I got a question. Grab, what's your favorite logo that he's created other than yours?
Dude, so if I'm being completely honest with you,
yeah,
all-time favorite or current favorite? Current favorite is the new Dragon astronaut one he made. It's like a meme. That honestly, dude, when I saw it, like, it made me smile. You know what I mean?
Bro, I was like, I felt left out. I had to throw my logo on there. You holding me?
I saw that. I saw the little
terrible.
Little
Don't ever come
thing.
to me for graphics, please, ever.
Never. You're gonna get something that the man created in Paint. And
literally.
Can we put that on there, please?
Oh,
God. That?
I can't right at the moment. But yeah,
that was a great one.
Those will be future features that TOPix will have. We'll have interactive slideshows and things like that we'll be able to go through. We've got multiple scenes now. Hi, that's cool. So new stuff.
If I was to answer that question with the stuff that I've seen that he's done, I personally think the coolest looking logo for like a player, I think Jugs is really cool with the whole
Jugs.
Cutting the lemon and everything because he likes to cook and all that. Like
it took to make that lemon.
I don't.
Too
tell
long.
me.
It took forever. It took forever.
I think it looked great and like overall like ix logo. I think the new movement logo is the best like team logo I've ever seen ever. Personally, the color scheme, the triangles, like I just think it's perfect.
I agree with that a lot. I think that's like, if you had asked me like my all-time favorite, I would have told you probably the ixFN and the movement logo. I've said since the beginning I wanted some sort of like geometrical logo that had, some sort of like glow or neon. Like, this is what people don't understand, is this neon theme that we're stepping into here in like the second phase of what we're working on has been seeded months ago. Literally 6-7 months ago, we were starting work on a lot of the stuff that's now coming to fruition, and ideas that are now starting to be embodied with tangible things. You know what I mean? So I really personally like those logos a lot as far as like team representation, brand representation. Like they're icons in of their own, like that. You see that logo, and as a player for movement, that's a dope logo to have represent you. You know what I mean? Not only that, but there's intros to each one of these things. There's a lot of new video content that's going to be coming soon that features these logos, their color schemes, and so on and so forth. So that's all stuff to watch for in the future. But I do want to.
Let's get back into these questions. Let's get back into these questions.
I want to run through.
There's one here. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's one here from Li86I, and he says, "My question is to Infinity. Can you ask him when will he stop stealing stuff from your team? Huh? When are you gonna stop stealing stuff from your team? Huh?
Never.
Give us some insight on that. What is he talking about?
Give us some backstory.
Start a war, you can't win.
Theft war?
I'm lost.
Yeah, he's a thief. He's a thief. He's a fraud. He's a charlatan. He is all of these things.
I see.
Honestly,
charlatan's a
don't
strong
play with
word.
him. Yeah, don't play with him.
I don't already,
because
but
if
now
you
I'm
open
gonna be able to look at.
open a box in Warzone, guess what? He's taking all your stuff.
Oh, I see. Like that is
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
means. So your
yeah.
squad, you steal from you're a squad stealer.
Yeah, he's a terrible human being.
Gotcha. What kind of
He's
stuff
help.
does he usually steal, or do you usually
It doesn't
steal?
matter. It's irrelevant. I don't steal anything.
Fair enough.
That's a lie. Yeah.
Okay, well
You
we'll
see
move
the
past it.
You see the other questions from Div? I kind of like those questions too.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's.
So
run it.
number 2, she says, we already answered her first question to Dustin about graphics. Number 2 says, Gravity, do you feel knowing where ix has grown from the 3 who broke off and joined together? Like, how does it feel to see the baby dream grow?
So that's like a trippy question, man, because like to go from what this started was to like what this was for to what it is now are different things, and I think that that's okay. Like I know that for me personally, I'm very proud of not only the people that are within ix, but what ix is. So much so that like I literally carry this brand around with me whenever I go. Like it's my number one priority. Like I'm thinking about it constantly. What's new? What's next?
I seen him break his ribs in it.
I broke my ribs in this. Yeah, I'd be doing that. You know what I mean? Like I put the body on the line, you know. But you know, going back to her question, like from the very beginning, it was like Inception, just an idea within an idea. You know, like. Could this be done? What would it look like if it started to get done? And none of us really knew, you know. So it's all trial and error. It's just when do you get traction? When do you slip and slide? Like we talk about this type of stuff all the time, you know. And there's certain things that we've done that's really gained traction or that people really do like, and there's other stuff that maybe they're not so much fans of, and that's okay too, because that's part of the learning process, you know. And I wish that the relationships that were initially formed were still as tight and as engaged as they were day one as they could be now. So that kind of sucks, but there's so much going on in like people's daily lives that can't always be the case. And so I will say from day one to day present, this has been a constant learning experience for me. I have learned not only how to listen to people better, how to speak better, how to convey my expectations better as an individual or as a brand representative. I've learned how to create more. I've learned how to foresee future moves that I want to make or that we speak about, how to kind of position them and work them better. And if anything, I've learned that this takes more evolving than I ever expected. It's literally a constant evolution of what we were before, what we were last week, what we were yesterday, what we were an hour ago. And if you're not comfortable being on that wave of evolution, it's going to be hard to adjust to the changes that are not only in the community but in the business sectors that we're in. So it's been a constant evolution and a constant learning experience for me that I cherish and that I am very happy to continue doing, and I would happily do it for this team or any other, you know, individual that wants to represent this team. So it's something I'm very proud of, and I appreciate all the help from people that you know, like Div herself, who asked the question, who helped get this to where it is right now and continues to support it down its path, you know. And that goes to Velo, that goes to Div, or anybody else that who is originally as a founder of this team, you know, more active. And when I say founder, I mean there was 20-30 people initially that had this idea together. So there, and 99% of them are still with us, you know. So and you guys know who you are. You are what we consider the founders of this team, the foundation, and the roots of this team, you know. And we're gonna do our best to continue to represent that as we grow. But we do have to evolve, you know.
But my respect for you is like you understand, or you've grown to understand that you can't do it all on your own, and you're bringing in people to help that dream grow, and you take our dreams of it and add to your dreams, and that's honestly respectable. Like you brought me into the leadership team. I've known you for a long time. We played COD together. We've talked about this in podcasts a lot of times, but like you take my ideas, and we butt heads. God knows we butt heads. But like we take each other's ideas and we grow with it, and you do that with everyone in leadership. With Vex, Haley, now Infinity. Infinity argues with us a lot, but you know he's Infinity. He's allowed to do that.
Yeah,
but like it's truly respectable, dude.
It's been hard for me to back off on a lot of things because I have a overall vision of the brand identity of what ix is and what it can look like, and I always have a problem pushing things along too quickly. And I've been learning that sometimes we got to take a step back, slow your roll a little bit, reassess what you're doing, and think about, one, does it stay consistent with what I want personally, like as Gravity? Do I want to be a part of it going this way? Yes or no? Do I want to continue to build on the idea because it's not perfected? Yes or no? You know what I mean? And that's how I feel. 99% of the things I do within ix are not my talents. They're everyone else's talents. But I see them in a way that I'm like, dude, I can utilize this if this person had this and this person had that, and if they knew that person and that person talked to this person and those two worked together on this specific thing, they would do it. Like, and so when people tell me they want to stream or when people tell me they want to create, I'm always open to trying to help them if it's truly something that they're passionate about. And even like when it comes to Infinity, like you said, we kind of build on each other's inspirations or ideas, and it's the exact same case with his and I's relationship. Is he'll hit me with a graphic sometimes I didn't even ask for, but when I see it, it then embodies this idea that I've had for a long time, and I'm like, I can use this for this exact thing, and we can do this and we can do that. And then by then he's like, hold up, you just gave me like 10 more things to do now. just take it slow. I just wanted to surprise you with something. You know what I mean?
Pump the brakes, kid.
Exactly, man. So hopefully that gives a little better insight to my opinions, at least on the origins of ix and then the continued evolution of ix. I see another question that says, Trom, you are following the CDL closely this year. Who is your money on?
So do you want my like honest opinion or like my favorite? Like,
no, I want your honest opinion. I know who you'll pick if you just say favorite.
So I'm damn straight Optic. I'm with Hex the whole way. But honestly, I think that it'll be a very close tie between FaZe, Empire, and Optic. And from what I saw today, unless if things were, if like the finals was tomorrow, I'd put my money on Empire.
Empire's nasty, dude.
Dude, Hook went nuts. Absolutely nuts. He dropped almost 40 in a respawn. Like, what?
Dude, so that's my favorite thing about Empire is their most recent content drop video was so dope, bro.
Yeah, like, it was on the chair and everything.
Oh my god, it takes a lot to really get me that hyped over like a video edit, especially if something I have nothing to do with or have any feel in. But I was like, this looks visually stunning, and they did a fantastic job. Like, so shout out to fucking Empire. They killed that edit for their apparel drop. And off that, what about our apparel drop?
Oh.
All right, you want to talk about that?
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Just a little. All right, Infinity, you bring this up because you brought them in. You know more about it. Let's talk about it.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, stop.
No, we do have a new apparel line coming. I believe we set on the drop of what, 420.
I think that's what we're looking at right now.
That is the projected date. That is what we want to do. There is a apparel company that reached out to me that wanted to get in contact with us. They found us through Twitter, and I think they found us through Arma too. And we've already gone. I feel like as far as we can go with Arma. I do like Arma. They've represented us in a good light. But there's more we want to do. There's a whole nother apparel line we want to come out with.
Yeah, and for people that are listening too that don't necessarily know the differences of what he's saying, is basically right now we have a full lineup that you can see here on the visual stream of different apparel that we released last winter, which is the ix 2020 winter apparel collection. And it's got, you know, the black and white contrast jerseys, the rips, the drips, the icon tees, the pro jerseys. It's pretty loaded. And Arma will be coming out with some new products that we will be able to offer in our store as well soon enough. That's been something that there has been some talk of between us and Arma. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is utilize Arma and their manufacturing and their store that we're affiliated with as our pro store. So these items that are inside of this pro store will continue to embody ix, the brand. ixEsports, anything ix related as far as apparel that is going to be branded with, I say, like the home brand of ix, will be through Arma. The second company is called ixINFINITY, and like Dustin said, they reached out to us. They were impressed with what we have done so far, impressed with our community. They thought that maybe if we worked together, we could come up with something cool. And after I think probably 2 to 3 months of just back and forth communications, meetings, we struck a deal with them that suits ixEsports and its community best. And this store will be harbored as the player store. So you'll have the pro shop being at Arma, and you'll have the player store being with ixINFINITY. We have a lot of crazy stuff in this drop. It's a lot more extensive. There's a lot more pieces, and it's completely different.
Completely different.
So if you like the black and white stuff, if you like the original drop, you're still going to see all the tie-ins, and you're still going to like this. It's a lot more modern. There's a lot more color. There's a lot more work that needs to be done, because we got our first edits back of our initial ideas, and they were not anywhere close to what they were not up to par. They were not in line with the vision that we tried to convey. So we made changes in-house. Infinity made a bunch himself. Trom tried in paint for a while, which was hilarious. Like if it wasn't for
definitely
that,
something.
If it wasn't for that
Stick
stuff,
to soup cans, kid.
yeah, if it wasn't for that stuff not being able to be released yet, I would love to have been able to record that and put that. Oh my god.
See, you know, hold on. Let's get into that. Like, a lot of people in ix don't understand the amount of work that goes behind that. So like, it took a few months for us to get this deal, right? They reached out to us. We were talking for a while getting this deal. We finally got to the deal, like Grav said. And then we sent over our like initial ideas. They came up with their renderings of what they thought. And then we took a very long meeting and we broke down every piece of apparel that is going to be released to you guys. Mm-hmm. And we had changes to them that we thought would best benefit our community. Like, this stuff is not your typical esports gear. Like, you can go on our website, go to the Arma link, and you can see our pro shop, which is like this. That's your typical esports clothing with a twist. Like, it was the ix twist. It still looks badass. It still looks great. You know, it's your typical esports stuff. This new drop, like, you guys are going to be able to wear this stuff every day, any day, and be proud of it. More like, it's just insane. You can wear it to church.
You could wear it to church.
Once we get that changed.
Some of it you might want to. And the thing that's cool about this apparel drop too, and like you said, Trom, it takes so long. This is a lot of the people that I talk to in the team. They don't have an understanding that, like, talks with Arma began before March of last year. So March of 2020. We still didn't release apparel until October of 2020. So what is that? 7 months nearly of planning, of taking an idea, molding it, transforming it until it was something good enough to give you guys that you would feel proud enough to want to rep it or to wear it to your friend's house or to the beach or whatever, you know, your esports event, whatever you wanted to wear it to. You had something you could put on and go with. And that's kind of the same case with this. Is I think we've got a little faster timeline this time around because of our proven track record with Arma and our ability to not only create something with them, but to market it, sell it, be successful with it, and have it look good and have people be proud of it. So we had a little more push and pull power with Innovated to where we could dictate our terms a little bit more. And so when Trump mentioned the deal, that was one of the things is we got the apparel prices down with Innovated because it's the player shop. You're going to pay less for the apparel that you were paying before. We've got, as of right now, a 2-week shipping, a production and shipping promise. So if you order something, rather than waiting 28 business days, which equates to like 37 normal days or whatever to get a piece of apparel, a piece of customized apparel, I should say, you're looking at 2 weeks. So you get expedited shipping, manufacturing times, lower prices, and still the same quality. So what's one of the things that we're known for, like our shirts, our jackets, our flag, our hoodies, jerseys, all of it is very high quality stuff. And it's going to be no different from Innovated.
For me, it's a little interesting because like my role in this is a little different from Infinity and Gravity's role. Like you guys were in the original like designs with Arma and everything. You guys understood where like the time and all this like waiting comes around, because we've dropped little hints to the community that we're gonna have some new apparel and everything. But like for me, it's real interesting because I didn't know how much work actually went into doing all of this and being involved in it. It shows like the respect I have for like the original admin team is just it's so high, because the amount of stuff you guys did without knowing what you were doing, it's just, you guys created amazing stuff, and it's crazy.
Well, and you're just as much a part of that now. I mean, I wasn't. We meet weekly.
Paint skills, man.
Yeah,
you can hardly notice.
Stick to CDL coaching, Trump, an analytic mindset, but not when it comes to. How about pinstripes? I said, Trump, I'm gonna literally grab you by your belt and throw you out the door, bro.
Listen, I am not a creative person when it comes to graphics. Like if you saw my clothing, I wear sweats and jeans. That's it. But like seriously, the amount of work that you guys put into that original drop, like it's just insane. And you were all talking about it, and like I was on the outside. I wasn't part of leadership, so I was like, yeah, they're just stalling. They don't know what they're doing. They're just stalling. And then I was brought into leadership, and I've been involved in this whole new merch drop, and it's really impressive. Like you guys knew exactly what you wanted from this company, and we're literally going for it. And we're not putting out anything that's not top tier. Like everything is going to be like, you're going to be able to wear every piece, and you're going to be able to wear every piece without being embarrassed. I'm running around with an esports team logo on my chest.
Let's just say, as I see some questions in the chat, is there going to be other color options? In some ways, what you would consider color options, fuck yeah.
Yes. The answer to that is
yes. We're editing this thing before it hits YouTube. I mean, let's go.
Like, there goes our monetization out the window. But I will say, like, if anything, there's a lot of color, but it's still tasteful to where you're not only.
It's not tacky.
And here's where we'll get you, right? Here's where I get you. 420, we're hoping that they'll be released. We'll have some promo before that. I'm hoping as long as we stay on schedule and our design company stays on schedule as well. I will say this outfit is tasteful. These pieces are tasteful. Very well made so far from what we can see. And if the plan still stays on that route, you'll literally be able to wear these pieces anywhere you go, with a pair of jeans, with your own ix pants, with whatever you want to wear,
hint.
Whatever you want to rock, there's going to be something for it, and there's going to be a lot of interchangeability too. So not only will the stuff we create now blend with our pro shop items, so if you've already bought apparel, all this stuff's still going to go together, which is really cool. It's something that like I wanted to make sure of it personally, that if you went to the pro store, you could buy something that also matches or links in one way or another with something from the player shop. So I think that you'll find that that's a really good balance. I hope you guys will be proud of what we're putting together. And like I said, as soon as we have enough tangible stuff that I can give you a sneak peek, I will definitely do that. I'll make sure that we get Infinity making some cool graphics to promote it as well.
There'll definitely be a lot of promotion. I can call it. Like, the one thing ix does is we're good at promoting things. We're good at promoting videos. We're good at promoting other streamers. Like, by the way, if you're a streamer and you're listening to this and you want a team that can back you and bring your stream to the next level, hit us up on any of our socials, and we will definitely be in talks about that. But like, there was few videos. You guys had a meetup not too long ago, huh?
Yeah, we've been, like I said, we've been on the content grind a lot lately, so we've been exploring different avenues of content. And one of them, recently, I made a video personally of my my perspective of the California meetup. A bunch of us met down here, Infinity being one of them. We got to hang out in person, have a good time together. Complexity was there as well. The real Lana Del Slay came out. We had an awesome time together. We hung out, we bonded, we got to know each other. We ate food together, we walked to beaches, we meditated, we hung out, we rode scooters, we broke my ribs.
Broke your ribs off the scooter.
Surprised I didn't get injured in that exchange.
I just want to say, like, I wore one of our ix flags like a cape, and I think had I not, I probably would have just died. But I wore the cape, it protected me, I was safe.
It's a cloak.
So I'm not condoning anyone's behavior. I am saying, though, if you're going to do something wild, make sure you're wearing an ix cape.
Yes.
It'll probably save your life.
It'll save your life, maybe.
But yeah, so again, going back to the YouTube stuff, we've been getting more involved in YouTube content. We're going to try to do a lot more different things, put our feelers out there, create new content with our really dedicated members and our stream team and our competitive teams as well. We've also added our new TikTok, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast. Haley's managing that, so go check out ixEsports on TikTok. Follow us. We'll follow back to all of our team members and people that are contributing and being involved with that. And Lana Del Slay also created a video on her YouTube. You can go check that out, of kind of her perspective, you know, coming from a different place across the country and experiencing a lot of the same things that we did. I believe her YouTube is just The Real Space Lana Del Slay, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but we'll put links in the description for the people that watch this afterwards or that view it from YouTube so that they can see it. This video should be live, I'm hoping, tomorrow on YouTube. We've got to do a couple things on it and just make sure that it's good enough to go out post-production and everyone's happy with it. You know, speaking of Lana Del Slay 2, one thing I wanted to touch on before we close anything out here is our stream team and the recent reform. We have removed a few members of the stream team, and we will be adding some new members of the stream team, and we are actively seeking quality content creators and streamers. Like, if you know somebody, or if you are that somebody that you think you've got a good player base, a good hold on stream, a good quality content stream of just anything as far as creation goes, whether it be gameplay or just chatting, or there's so many different types of streamers out there. You can even just be a variety streamer. We are out there, we are seeking you, we are looking for you, and we hope that we can secure some good people to kind of continue to fill out what the stream team is, what it should be, and what we always have wanted it to be.
Yeah, just to answer Div's question, she's asked it a couple times.
The blue purple?
I think it's gonna be yeah.
Oh, Ice Baby number 3. It's a boy.
Yeah. You think so? I'm going with girl.
It's a boy.
No.
I'm going with girl.
Josh's seed is too strong.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going with the girl, though. I'm calling it now. Girl.
So Tron votes girl, and the smart ones vote boy, and we'll just leave it at that. And
it is what it is.
It's a boy. I know. I feel it in my soul. It's a boy.
And that is not the soy boy font.
And they're gonna name it Gravity.
Oh.
I already talked to them. They're gonna name it Baby Grav. So that's cool. That's something that you guys can expect. Baby Grav coming. You know what I mean? And we got a couple people in the chat guessing girls. Oh, Div says she has the results.
The results. Oh, you're not going to drop it on stream for us right now.
Let's hear. You
have
gotta
to drop it on stream. You got to drop
it now. So we got ixINFINITY. One of the founders is expecting a new child. They're moving across the country from California to North Carolina.
Yes!
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 Oh,
boys in the chat. Boys in chat, let's go. Congrats to ixINFINITY. Congrats to ixEsports.
Hey, congrats. Everyone drop the blue hearts in chat right now if you're in here.
Absolutely.
Let's flood the chat with blue hearts.
Both Div, both Josh, and your son, man. I wish nothing but the best for you guys. I hope you have an easy move. I hope easy pregnancy and everything goes super swell for you. I mean,
we can't wait to have you back.
News. That's awesome news, man. I'm so proud of you guys.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Seriously.
That seed is too pungent.
Pungent.
Too pungent.
It's too real, strong. Man. For real. So proud. That's
awesome.
That is awesome, man. Congratulations
Having
to you
IX babies everywhere.
Please tell your husband Josh I said congratulations, man. That's so, like, literally, you guys already have a son, so you're going to be welcoming your second son. I hope that you include us on your journey and continue to keep us updated and letting us know what's going on with that, because we're super proud of you. That's why the hostility you called the other day on the phone. Yeah, I knew it. We'll leave that for our talk. But yeah, man, like, I'm super. That's what great news,
that's awesome,
man.
Dude. That's
good for you guys. Good for your family. Congratulations again, dude. That's something that you'll be able to hold on to forever and be proud of, man. Blow it up in the Discord. Let everybody know that doesn't already know from here. And you know. With that being said, I think we've got a good handle on.
We're at an hour and a half. Holy.
Hour 15.
Like, where did the time go?
Hour 15. Yeah, man. So, like I said, I think that we put a good handle on letting you guys know the going-ons within IX. We talked a little bit about Call of Duty and some of the other games that we're working in right now. We talked a lot about Mr. ixINFINITY here, who's graciously blessed our team with his presence, his talent, and his loyalty. And I want to personally thank you for being here and letting us talk to you, letting us bounce questions off of you, man. And I look forward to the next time that we can do this too.
We'll see you on Wednesday talking again.
Yeah, we got another meeting Wednesday, so.
Trom.
Don't even say it. You love me. I know you love me. You love me. It's all right.
Hey, man.
Hold on. Send me your address again. I have a can of chowder on your way.
We'll put it on the stream so everybody can check it out.
Red or the white.
But hey, guys, for real, thank you to everyone who came out for the live stream. Thank you to everybody that's in chat that's kept us, fed with quality questions to ask our guests. Thank you, Trom, for being here with me as a great partner as always. We love you, fam. We appreciate you guys all being here. If you are part of the stream, we're planning on closing out right now, and I'm going to be booting up some Among Us with other stream team members. So if you'd like to watch that, you can feel free to continue watching. And thank you again. We hope you guys enjoyed T3. We'll see you T4, 2 weeks or less.
See you on the next one, guys.
Love you all.